Hello, this is Sandy Hom here, the General Manager at AP Newsfinder, and I'm going to do a run through here of a demo of how to navigate Newsfinder. We're at the login page here. I'm going to log in, and this is what it looks like currently. These are keywords that can be used, but we recommend that we uh, do for you curated searches that will be more accurate to get what you want and eliminate what you don't want. I've set this up for all kinds of things, but I did make it for the state of Pennsylvania. So I'm just going to run through a few of the searches here on the left hand side and show you some of the different ways we search. Here I've paired DC with Pennsylvania. There's just 3 stories, actually 4. I'm not sure if this is a duplicate or not. Here's entertainment. It shows 194 stories with more available. Health. Any of these things can be paired together or triplicates or anything. Maggots found under bandage site at Phoenix patient rape. Holy mackerel. We have regular iTunes and other reports on bestsellers, best movies, audiobooks, apps, Wall Street, USA Today bestsellers, lifestyle. Here's a story I've already looked at, so it's changed colors. News Now. These are mostly short, brief stories that AP runs. Just run through a couple of them. You can see that they're generally short, almost briefs. Now here we divide the country into various regions. I have the Northeast here because it's Pennsylvania. And it includes a variety of states in the Northeast. You can see DC, Maine, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New York, New Jersey, and Maryland. I guess in Vermont. That's probably the list. In case you're interested in regional news. Offbeat, that's a category we maintain. This is theoretically man bites dog kind of story, but they're offbeat stories. Opioids is a pretty active topic these days, so we're tracking that. It includes fentanyl and other things. You see editorials about it. We also keep track of stories by their length. So here I have a search for over 1,000. So there's over 1,000 words in these stories. In case you're looking for more of an enterprise piece. Now, World Briefly is actually short briefs put together, but it does end up being over 1,000 words. Over 500. So if you're looking for stories in that range, we have that. Now here I have all of the names of the congressmen from Pennsylvania. There only happens to be one story. I don't think they're in session, but in any case, I'm going to show you the search by clicking on this magnifying glass up here. So I've got the names of the 2 senators, and then in quotes for the strings, the names of all the representatives to Congress from Pennsylvania. You can see it all written down here below as well. Now here's Pennsylvania, the entire state, but with no sports. Sports is a substantial category, so we often break it out. So here's all of Pennsylvania. This will include sports. You can see here. That's all of the Pennsylvania stories. Here's Pennsylvania with sports. So this is just, breaking it out differently. I'm not sure if people are familiar with Boolean searching and Venn diagrams, I'll show you if you want to be in a search string here and create one. There's a search help link, and it's worth looking at if you're not fully understanding how a Boolean search works. But we do this for you. It's not something that you have to learn on your own. Here's reviews. They're there every week. Ad people can sell around them to movie places or bookstores or different kinds of businesses. We do have Spanish stories in Spanish. Not every story in English is in Spanish, but many are, and some are only in Spanish. Now we're going to go to Today in History, and you can see anything that you want. What is today? Today is the 17th. If you want to run that, you could run a whole week's worth. You could run selected items from different dates for the week of. We also have, of course, short stories under 100 words. So if you're looking for just a short brief to throw in a small space, more of those. We have Upbeat, and those are stories with some positive nature to them. College students' leftover meal plan money helps the needy. You also see that this is a member exchange story. That means it came from a member, in this case the Press Enterprise of Pennsylvania. And stories that contain URLs. So any one of these stories, if you look down here, you'll see that there's a link to go to that location. And then in a search string, that's not a good example, but let's go to, say, Pennsylvania. You'll see here that we're asking for, it has the keyword Pennsylvania, or an AP slug state Pennsylvania, or group Pennsylvania, and then it says without. And so that's what gets rid of all the junk that you really don't want to see. These group L3PA are Spanish stories, Puerto Rican stories, and whatnot. But if I take this and I just get rid of the positive part of the statement, and I put in £K MEMB exchange, that is the keyword for member exchange stories, and now I can search for that. It says Pennsylvania because it was Pennsylvania, but if I wanted to save it, I could go up here, type in MEMB exchange, and it's going to go into my drawer. I can apply it. And now over here, if I collapse this drawer and open it, you can see that member exchange is now a search added to the list of profiles over here. Now here under public we have AP writers, and if you want to look at business, retail, all business, business some, economics writers. These are bylined writers, entertainment, and so on. And then here, if you wanted to start a search and maintain the without statement, you can say without. And since there's no positive in the statement, you get no results. But if you hit edit, you can go up here and type in anything that you want. You could type in, say, Clinton, and search. I guess there's somebody in here called Clinton. And there it is. So you could go in here again and change it and type in Hillary. Now this you're going to want to put as a string, so you're going to enclose it in quotes. That'll get rid of all the sports stories, I think. And these are stories that have Hillary Clinton in them. So there it is. So that's a good way if you want to try and search something out and get rid of the junk, that you would do it. Normally to search, I would suggest using Boolean. And when you use a £K in front of a term, it means that the next word is metadata. So we will just type in here health, it's fine. With no without statement, and we'll just search it. And 99 stories with 131 more. But that was for the keyword health. If I say or the word health, now it's going to search for the keyword health as well as the word health. And you can see there's lots more stories that have the word health in them for one reason or another. Well, it's already an 11-minute video, and most people drop out at about 2 or 3 minutes, so I'll cut this off. But anyway, these are some that I made up for the demo. We can make up anything anybody wants. All you have to do is call our 800 number or email us, and we'll curate a search for you that meets your needs. Thank you for paying attention. Give us a call anytime. 1-800-922-4655.